get this to focus in here. Yeah. Woo! Exciting. What's up guys, it's Brennan here, back at you with another video. So today guys, I'm going to be going over how I just got my new store almost up to $100 a day already in total sales within a matter of a few days of starting these new ad sets. So that's what we're going to be going over today guys, showing you exactly step by step how I'm running these ad sets to test out a new store and a new product and stuff like that. So I'm going to jump into the computer in a second guys, and I'm going to show you guys how to create a brand new ad set because I'm going to keep creating these for testing out the different audiences. So without further ado guys, let's go ahead and jump into the computer. Alright guys, so we're now in the computer, now taking a look at the exact ad strategy that I'm currently running on this brand new store that I just started up a few days ago. As you can see, we already have gotten some conversions, some good website purchases here. Now I'm not going to be revealing the actual product itself or the store, but I figured it doesn't really matter the ad sets. As you can see with these different names, if you guys are familiar with the cosmetics niche, I did run the black mask stuff last year, so I am familiar with the health and beauty niche, so I figured I would stick within the health and beauty niche just because it's something I kind of already know what the audience goes after, the type of stuff that they buy. So that's the niche that I'm in right now currently, and I have been into it in the past, so that's why I stuck with it. But as you can see here with these different ad sets, you could probably recognize some of these brands if you guys are familiar with cosmetics. It is more females that probably buy this kind of stuff, but you know, it's definitely a good market to target because they buy a lot of impulse purchases. So regardless, going into the actual strategy here on these campaigns or on this exact ad set. Okay, so the first thing, as you can see here, we have like 12 different ad sets. So I am just starting out testing this product, but as you can see, we do have a couple of winning ad sets already found within the different targeting that I have tested out, and I'm going to keep testing out different targeting here. So that's like the real big thing here guys with this strategy, is you have to be testing out a lot of different audiences. Like I said in the last video a couple days ago, you don't want to burn money in Facebook, okay? If I had ran these ads, right, and I almost did this, like it's very tempting to do this when you're first starting out these campaigns and you don't see any return on investment, right? You don't see any of the return on investment here, which is the ROAS, the website purchase. This is your total return on investment. Like, if you know, when you don't see that, you don't see any sales coming in like right off the bat as soon as you start a campaign, you're very tempted to just stop it, but then you're just burning money because you're not seeing what it could have been. So with going into that, specifically the amount that you actually want to spend before you cut an ad, what I would recommend, and really the best thing to do, which I actually cut these a little bit prematurely just because I saw them getting a low unique link clicks, although I will probably restart the Anastasia Beverly Hills one just because I feel like that one might have some potential there as well for this product, but we'll see. Just, you know, showing you exactly what I'm doing here with this campaign. But the thing is obviously when you're starting out new ad sets, right? The reason when you turn them off is when they don't get you any purchases and they spent up to your up to your total break-even point. So really with the whole campaign right now, I am just about breaking even. As you can see, the total ad spend is about $143 and the total website conversion purchase is about $143 as well. So I am just about breaking even, actually losing a little bit of money on this campaign. But as we scale this campaign up guys in the coming weeks and stuff like that, it will definitely become profitable as long as these campaigns work out the way that they do. I set up the retargeting, all that kind of stuff, which I will be showing you guys how to set up retargeting stuff in a future video. I just don't have it set up right now on this campaign yet. But the thing is you definitely want to wait to do that until you have a bit more purchases. As you can see right now, we only have about 5 going, so you probably want to have a little bit higher purchases before you even go into retargeting, just because your audience is so small that it's not worth even doing the retargeting ads until you get enough customers in your door and enough people viewing your ads. So the way that you determine when to cut a campaign, right, is when you hit that break-even point. So for me, the product, the break-even point on the total, which is basically just the amount that you're selling it for and then the amount that you actually get after PayPal takes their cut or Shopify Payments takes their cut, that amount subtracted from the cost of the AliExpress product that you're selling. So for me, I think that's around like $16 to $17. So once a campaign reaches around $16, $17, even $18, I cut this one a little bit late just because I didn't get on my computer in time. which you can also set up these ads. You can cut them from your phone as well if you see. So I would definitely get the Ads Manager, Facebook Ads Manager app on your phone just so you can monitor them. Don't go crazy because you're definitely tempted to just look at them all the time. So don't drive yourself insane with that app, but it is a good way to cut them if you're not able to get to your computer in time when you're seeing that something isn't actually giving you good results. So that's the thing here, the amount spent. So this one was already $18, no conversions. Even though I got a lot of unique link clicks, does not matter. I didn't get any conversions or add to carts and stuff like that. So I ended up just cutting them because it wasn't making me any money, right? So I cut the Too Faced one, I cut the Matte Cosmetics. Now they were getting good like clicks, but still, you know, you want the conversion purchases. So, and if you're wondering, all these campaigns are under website conversion purchase. So that's the first thing you want to set up here when you're in your testing phase. Later on, you can play around with like view content, add to cart, all that different stuff. But in the beginning, you're really just trying to get those initial purchases. So that's what you want to optimize for, because later you can scale in different ways and stuff like that. But that's what you want to do, at least in the beginning. Just $5 a day ad sets, a bunch of them, and testing them out. Now, the thing to keep in mind somewhat is that some of these ad sets may not start off the best. From what I've seen, from what some of my friends have tested, they do duplicate some of the ads. So like this one right here, I duplicated because I do want to try and scale this one because it is the same as this winning one here. But you know, it's some ad sets just start off at the wrong foot, and sometimes they just don't do as good as maybe the exact same ad. The exact same targeting on another ad just may not do as well. So that's something to keep in mind there that you may want to run into, is just duplicating some of the ads, because it's really hard to tell sometimes if you know that it is a definite winner or not a winner. So that's how you can kind of just duplicate certain ads to see like, oh, maybe it could work if I just try it again or something like that. But obviously, if you see that it doesn't return you any money, definitely just cut it and move on. Just cut your losses. Like, you're going to be losing money, if not breaking even, on these products in the beginning because you don't really know what the winning ad set is. You don't really know what the winning targeting is for that specific product. You're kind of just testing the waters. And that's why I recommend a lot of you guys just getting into this, have a good bit of budget. Have like $500 to start out with, because you know, obviously make sure you do your product research. I've done tons and tons of product research videos on this channel. Make sure you have the right good product before you start spending money on ads, because when you start spending money on ads, you really want to make sure that you have a product that can actually get you sales like this. I mean, I didn't just jump in some random product and start advertising. Like, I saw it was working on their store, kind of just modeled the same type of stuff that they were doing, and then utilized it for my own store. I mean, that's pretty much what I recommend to you guys, especially in the beginning with dropshipping, is just model what already works. It's gonna, if it has proven results, it can get you proven results. So that's definitely a little tip there of advice. But going through these different ad sets, right? So we have all of these tested out. This one I might actually cut soon, just because it's only gotten one purchase, and so the ROAS, the return on ad investment, is not very good. It's only around 1, but it should get another purchase so soon. I've had a couple of abandoned carts from this one, sadly, so I might I'm probably just gonna leave this one. But this one right here, the 3, like above a 3 is really, really good for return on investment, okay? And even the 2 is pretty solid as well. So those are definitely the ways to know that it's winning, is if you have a good return on investment. But even with these interest targeting, man, really we're just trying to get to the level where then we can do the lookalike audiences later down the road, because that's gonna give you the perfect targeting in the future. But you have to have a good amount of purchases to actually start those out. So you definitely obviously start with the interest targeting like I'm doing here on this campaign, and this is a brand new pixel. Like, I've never sent, other than like maybe 2 other little teeny trendy sales that I got off of Instagram, which I wouldn't even really count on this store and on this pixel. Brand new pixel, brand new everything, so it is starting from scratch in comparison to other stuff. It's just brand new. So I guess keep that in mind when I'm showing you these videos here. But these are the different ad sets that I'm testing right now. Okay, I just started out this one. If you're wondering how I'm kind of choosing the targeting, with this stuff, the cosmetic stuff, I kind of actually asked my girlfriend, like, oh, what are some cosmetic brands? And then she was like, oh, you got this one, this one, this one. I just made this huge list, and this is what you guys want to do for figuring out your interest, is either ask somebody that you already know is kind of into this stuff, or go onto the Audience Insights tab on your Facebook ad. So all you have to do is come up to the top here and go over to Tools, and then you just select Audience Insights, right? You click that, and then it'll allow you to search through a bunch of different audiences. Another fact, or really important thing you could do as well, is just search through the suggestions. So if I just show you right here, if I were to go to duplicate, which I'm not actually going to duplicate this ad here, but if I go to duplicate this, I'm just going to try and get down so I can show you the actual targeting here. And I'm going to show you the different ad set stuff as well in a second. But as you can see here, on this interest, right? The thing that you can do for suggestions is just click the suggestions button, and it's going to give you a bunch of other related interests that you could target. So you really don't have to know a ton about your niche to actually target well. I mean, I've been targeting some of the stuff my girlfriend didn't even say just because I clicked on the suggestions tab. So that's another aspect that you could utilize to find different interests. And that's why I recommend when you guys are picking your niche for your product is pick something you may have some sort of idea about so you know how to do the targeting, right? If you just pick some random product that you see is making sales, sometimes it's hard to really get the targeting right because you know nothing about the audience. You know nothing about the customer that's going to be buying those products. So it's somewhat difficult sometimes for some people to do certain targeting if they have no idea about the niche. So definitely try to pick a niche you already have some familiarity with. Like I said, I sold in this niche before, so I kind of have an idea of the different types of people, the different types of stuff that sells for them. So that's just me, but you know, you can see here all these different cosmetics brands come up in the suggestions tab when you select an interest. So that's another aspect right there. You can just use the suggestions and just click here. And I do recommend when you're doing this, do single interest and then engage shoppers. So you want to narrow it further to engage shoppers and then single interest. That's how you do your targeting there. You want to set your languages to just English if your ad is in English. Obviously, if you're in another country, set it to that if you're testing other stuff. But, I mean, most people are probably doing this in English. You're watching this video in English. Most people are probably running their ads in English. But regardless, you could also do worldwide targeting, although I have mostly just been focusing on United States, Canada, and UK because I don't currently have a currency converter in my store, so I didn't want to confuse people when they get to the store. In the future, I might do some testing with some worldwide targeting, but that's just kind of what I'm doing right now is just the big countries. Those are also the countries that have the highest quality traffic, so it may seem like I don't have a ton of link clicks, but they're more specialized people. Those link clicks could have a higher percentage chance of actually leading it to a conversion versus like Zimbabwe. I'm nothing against Zimbabwe if you're from there, guys, watching this video, but maybe it doesn't have the high, and I really don't know. Zimbabwe could be the best clicks in the world, but it might not have the best, so you get like a lot of clicks but no purchases. So if you're going to be doing worldwide, I definitely like recommend excluding countries with a lot of third world people, so maybe like Africa, India, and I think China as well. Obviously you don't want to really target China because that's where your products are coming from. So I would exclude those countries if you are doing worldwide targeting, just because you really don't want to hit the countries that are just going to click and don't really have any money. And nothing against those countries. There are definitely rich people in those countries. It's just that a large majority probably aren't going to buy from you and stuff like that. So another thing, people who live in this location, okay, you don't want to be targeting people that are on vacation and stuff like that. I mean, maybe you might hit some people that have different houses, because I had somebody buy literally yesterday. They are from, or maybe it's 2 days ago, they're from, they were in Canada, so I'm targeting Canada, right? And they ordered the product and they have me ship it to South Korea. So I'm like, okay, I guess because I have worldwide shipping, sure, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. Sometimes that happens, but I would select people who live there just because most people who are traveling are probably not going to try and buy stuff and then ship it to their home. It's just not exactly the easiest thing for them to do. Like I said, $5 a day. You can kind of do it however you want there. Definitely optimize for purchase. So we scroll through here. Another thing with the placements, okay, so you want to be testing out different placements. I highly recommend you get kind of creative here, but really the best things I've seen personally is just Facebook feeds and Instagram feeds. Now, it depends on the products. Some products are going to do better on Facebook feeds. Some products are going to do better on Instagram feeds. It really just depends. It varies a lot between different product, from one product to another product. So you're going to want to test out different stuff, guys. Something I've seen some people talk about is even doing Instagram story posts, which I've seen some really good ads from Apple actually in the Instagram story where it's like a 3-part video. So if you create like a really solid story ad where people just swipe up and they're really interested, that could also work as well. I have not personally tested that myself, so I don't exactly know what the kind of results could be from it, but some other people are making some good money with story stuff, so you could also do that as well. But Facebook feed and Instagram feed are just the two that I've been rolling with. I actually just created a new scaling campaign with just Instagram feed because that's what really works out well for this product I'm testing right now. So, you know, just do your own testing, see what sells the best, see what works the best, and then you can kind of like narrow down and scale in the future, which I'm going to be making more videos on specific like scaling techniques, retargeting, and all that kind of stuff as this campaign continues to escalate. Because right now it's still in the beginning phases where I'm just running a bunch of different ad sets and testing and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and close that one. I'm going to go ahead and discard that one just because that was just to show you guys what the targeting would look like as well, and how you can kind of like test different stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and discard those draft there. Okay, cool. So another thing with targeting as well. So as you can see, these are kind of like some big cosmetic brands, right? Another thing you could do for the interest targeting is to select different celebrities. So Jeffree Star is a cosmetic like influencer, so you could target that way too. You can get kind of unique with it. You could also target like really big pages like Unilad or stuff like that if the product is viral enough. But if it's more specific and niche focused, I would more so recommend that for that specific product you stay more niche focused instead of going out there and kind of just targeting like overall people, because people probably won't buy it as much. So, but as you can see, I mean, these new campaigns I just started. This one right here, I just started a couple days ago, and it's already had an add to cart, couple add to carts there. So I hope that those go into the purchases, but you know, you really don't know, and that's why I talk about testing all the time here with this, because there's no way to really know if something is going to win or not. I mean, these other ad sets I cut, although I might revitalize one of them, like I had no idea to know that this one would be like such a good ad set. You really just don't know with your targeting. That's why you have to keep going out there and testing and pulling different audiences to see which get the purchases. If you guys want to learn more about how to build a profitable Shopify business, I've linked to my course down in the description box below, as well as a Shopify 14-day free trial to go ahead and get yourself started. Feel free to check out the videos beside me, subscribe to the channel, free Facebook mastermind group, and follow me on Instagram. Everything is linked down in the description box below. But anyway guys, that's all for today's video, so I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.